Hey there, Assalamualaikum everybody. Welcome back for another amazing video. This is part two of the 2024 tokens to look into. If you haven't seen part one, go watch part one before coming here, because in part one I talk about very important projects which are focusing on, things like rollups and layer two protocols, layer one protocols, Ethereum, BTC, blah 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 blah, and also AI projects. But a lot of projects in this video that are also going to be talking about that and some more cool, solutions that people are working on. There's no structure in regards to, there's no 1, 2, 3, 4 that I'm putting towards these tokens. So there's not like first, second, third. It's just all these projects are just what I'm looking at and I'm potentially holding. Remember, after these part one and part two, I'm also going to do a third video where I'm going to be publicly showing my portfolio and in regards to how much allocation I'm putting towards each. Also, remember, we're hitting 10K subscribers. Maybe by this video, we've already hit 10K subscribers. But if we, whatever it is, I'm going to be doing a 10K subscribers AMA. Please send me your questions through email or through my Instagram, and inshallah, I will put them in the video. You can ask me about self-development, career, investments, stocks, real estate, even forex, whatever you want me to answer. Inshallah, I'll have it prepared for that 10K AMA subscribers video. Now, without any further ado, let's get this part two started. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. And as you guys are, hit that subscribe button. Let's make that Mashallah money together. Okay, to start part two of the alternative coins or coins that I'm looking at for 2024 to hit that Mashallah money. I haven't said that in the last video, I should have said that. To make that Mashallah money, one of them is Akash Network, AKT. So AKT is a project that is focusing on supercloud, spearheading a paradigm shift in cloud computing, disrupting conventional cloud services, and pioneering a revolution in access to essential cloud services. Leveraging the power of blockchain technology, Akash Network has developed an open source decentralized marketplace for cloud computing, offering an unprecedented level of speed, efficiency, and affordability. And now I'll tell you why this is important. Everything is going towards decentralization. We're talking about AI is going towards decentralization. We're talking about development is going towards decentralization. We're talking about things like your financial systems, which is DeFi, decentralized. Everything in tech, in digital world is going towards decentralization. So take Internet of Things or Web 2.0 all as a whole. And if you don't know, like there's a lot of subcategories of Web 2.0, right? Back end, front end, data, everything going towards decentralization. Next project is a very recent project, Render. Render has made a lot of news, and you can see, recently did very well and starting to go up more and more. Render is a very interesting project. It's distribution of GPU rendering network built on top of the Ethereum blockchain, aiming to connect artists and studios in need of GPU compute power with mining partners willing to rent their GPU capabilities out. Now, even though it is ahead of its game, and but there is a need for it in regards from the gaming element. Web3 gaming is pretty big. I think there's going to be use cases for it in this new bull run, and it's something I think you should check out. Okay, so decentralized social, I think, is also a great project. It's working towards making an entire decentralized social media, and we know how big social media is. So this play is more like looking at Facebook and your YouTube and your Instagram and seeing if it was to come on decentralized, what solution is going to be there. And these guys are focusing on that. And because of that, I mean, it's a really big play here. It's not like a small play. I think, DESO might be something that we should look into, because if it does boom in this time, because, recently there's been a lot of social medias that have blocked, have stopped a lot of people from displaying whatever their opinions are, what their truth is, especially with this whole Palestine and Israel thing, the whole thing that happened with Andrew Tate, the whole thing that is going on with men's rights activism. There's a lot of issues in regards to censorship. And I mean, this is why when Elon Musk took the huge decision of buying Twitter, Twitter is supposed to be a non-biased, open-sourced, like open, everybody can let their non-censored opinion on a platform. However, it was very censored. Now, just like that, we think, and we need decentralized social media for sure. There's already a need for it. However, not a lot of people know what decentralized social media means, and that is where the little opportunity lies. Is that people don't know yet. Thus, it's only $24. But once people find out, there's going to be a demand for this token because of the utility of its platform. You guys can read a little bit more about it, before you jump into it, and I mean, look into it yourself. And this, not only is it going to be like, this is Facebook or this is Instagram. No, this is going to help decentralized social medias, developers to build decentralized social medias upon it. So imagine Facebook on top of this. Imagine Instagram on top of it. So that type of element, and honest, non-censored conversations happening. So that's why for me this is a project that I'm really interested in and looking into. And as you can see right now, it just started going up, but if you look at it from hindsight, from when it was launched, it is much below what it started with. So there is an opportunity of 5x, 6x there if it goes back to its all-time high from previously. And another thing is for sure look at is that it has a cap supply, and we're almost at that complete supply line, right? And this is what happened with a lot of projects from the last bull run, is that when they launched, they had everybody thought the bull run is going to continue on for a little bit longer, so the tokenomics kind of aligned themselves with that. So as the market moves up, the supply also is distributed. However, what happened was market didn't go up, market crashed, but the supply kept going. That difference in demand and supply made the huge price fall. And so that's what happened there. But now, as this next bull market comes, is that because supply is here and the bull market starts going up, and then at some point they're going to hit the equilibrium, that means the token price is also going to be, the gap is going to be narrowed, the price is going to be going up, and it's going to hit a fair valuation. Next project is AXL. And okay, so the next 2-3 projects, mind you, I don't have a Sharia board or somebody that has verified this. The previous part 1 and previous to this token, majority of the tokens are verified from some source. Okay, and if you guys have questions about which the sources, I can give you details. Alhamdulillah, I made sure that I looked at multiple sources of Sharia compliancy testing. However, this one is my own personal opinion that it is halal. So the previous tokens, I can give you a fatwa, or I can get you some source from some ulama. I'm not an ulama, but these are my personal opinion that these projects should be fine because of the white paper, looking at the projects, and blah 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 blah. So let's get into it. AXL or XLR is a project that is working towards a secure cross-chain communication for Web3. The project provides a decentralized network and tools to help builders of decentralized applications, dApps, with seamless cross-chain communication through its protocol suite, tools, and APIs. Now, I'm going to try to see if I can get you a use case for it. So right here, AXL is the native token of the XLR network. The protocol also supports the cross-chain transfer of several native tokens via their wrapped ERC20 versions, including AVAX, Ethereum, Phantom, GLMR, Matic. I think there needs to be a little bit more. So yeah, this protocol focuses heavily on the developers, focusing as a solution for developers to work on and take advantage of the cross-chain capabilities, where they can develop on one chain but also have access to the other chains. As you can see here, it's already boomed. So maybe let's delete this AXL part, because I think AXL will do well, but you guys can already see it's already kind of boomed. So we're slightly late, but what I would say is maybe wait for it to slow down a little bit, maybe come back down a little bit, and then see if this is something that you guys want to jump in. But if not, similar to this project, there is the projects that I talked about from the previous video, which are focusing on solving similar problems. However, this is a little bit more unique. It focuses a little bit different than your roll-ups and your optimistic So maybe it's something that you should look into. The next project is Neutron, and the reason why Neutron is on the list, and you guys can see Neutron's doing fairly well also. You see, I'm talking about, see, these are projects from this bull run. These projects are focused on what this next bull run could potentially um, focus on, and what should you be looking into from this bull run so you can make that mashallah money. Now, Neutron has already gone quite a bit up, but I think there's still some capacity. So, because if you look at the market cap, it is still, I would say, not completely valued. If you look at the total supply versus the max supply, you can tell like it's there's still like potential for it to go up. So Neutron is the most secure cross-chain smart chain contracting platform. It combines the security of top 10 blockchains by stake capitalization with bleeding edge cross-chain infrastructure to enable DeFi applications to securely scale across a growing network of 51 interconnected blockchains. So pretty much, solving similar problem like XLR, but um, not from the same format of technical. The reason why these are on the list is because look, right now the biggest use case, or I would say the biggest uh, the demand for blockchain solutions is from DeFi. And you can see that from the conversations that are happening with big tech, conversations that are happening from fintech projects, conversations that are happening with the SEC. So these projects are going to help migrate more people onto DeFi in a much faster and easier capacity. Right now, being part of DeFi world for the last, I would say, 7 years or 5 years, it's not the easiest migration and onboarding. But I think these projects are going to really help solve that problem, and bring more use cases to DeFi, which will bring more ease for customers. When there's more ease, people would want to migrate over faster. Next project is Celestia, or TIA is its name, token name. And as you guys can see, even this one has done fairly well recently. It's been going up. It's been going pretty fast, much faster than I thought it would have. Maybe I should have made this video a little bit earlier when I was just researching it. Anywho, we're here and we can talk about what is Celestia. So Celestia, similar to the other projects that I talked about, is the first modular blockchain network that enables anyone to easily deploy their own blockchain with minimum overhead. Celestia scales by rethinking blockchain architecture from the ground up. It is a minimal blockchain that decouples execution from consensus by introducing a new primitive data availability sampling. Since Celestia does not impose any execution or settlement constraints, developers are free to define their own execution settlements environment. This unlocks new, unrealized possibilities for developers and builders. Celestia is a departure from the status quo of monolithic blockchains. So these blockchains face scaling difficulties because they perform all core functionalities of a blockchain, such as processing transactions, are correct. This is correct, and getting network nodes to agree on both the validity and ordering of transactions. Modular blockchains introduced the notion of decoupling consensus from the execution of transactions, thus achieving greater scalability without loss of security or decentralization. So this is pretty cool. This is like the element of being able to do transactions without having the in-between, validation requirements. And it pretty much will help people, whoever are interested in developing their own projects, in blockchain. So this honestly is more of a back-end solution, and I think as more developers are going to be onboarded to decentralized systems and crypto, these type of projects are going to do very well. All right, next thing. Okay, so this does not have a token yet, but I think this is something to watch out for. ZK Sync. ZK Sync is like zero knowledge sync. Pretty much in essence, ZK Sync Era is a layer 2 protocol that scales Ethereum with cutting edge ZK tech. Our mission is not only to merely increase Ethereum's throughput, but to fully preserve its foundation values: freedom, sovereignty, decentralization at scale. Now, imagine you getting a chance to come into not Polygon, where is this? Optimism at the beginning, right? So around here, when ZK Sync launches, it's gonna go up for sure because it has the same use cases, and a lot of people are using ZK Sync. So this is something that you guys should also look into. One notable project I want to talk about was VeChain, and the reason because there is still use cases for VeChain, and VeChain has gone down heavily, so the upside potential is a lot. So you can talk about, like, it hit 25 cents. Right now it's like 2.9 cents. Potentially it could go somewhere around 10x, 9x, blah blah blah, because the utility of it still exists to this day. Now, these are some of the projects that I am looking into for this bull run. Plus, there's the previous projects that I've already talked about, that I have not brought into this video, and I'm holding some of those projects like HOT and BTT and these different projects that I've been holding for some time. There's many more than that. So those are from that run. You guys can watch my previous videos. They're on my channel from the last year. Look at those. Look at this. Make an analysis. You'll have 40-50 tokens that you can look into. Make an analysis that you want to jump into. I will show my 2024 portfolio, inshallah, in the next video, so you guys know exactly where I'm also putting my money. That wraps up. This video wraps up, my part 2 of 2024 potential Mashallah money making tokens. Remember, this is not financial advice. Neither is this Islamic advice. I am not a ulama, but every token that I showed, except the last few, are backed by some source. So alhamdulillah, those I can always provide. But the last few, such as DISO, AXL, NTRN, which is a Neutron, and Celestia, which I just showed you guys, are my own personal humble opinion as of now. Inshallah, they also get their share compliancy testing from either the ulama on my team or from the teams of some other projects out there. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you agree, disagree, if there's certain other projects that you're looking into that you think I should really look into, let me know. There is a lot of Web3 gaming projects that I have not talked about, but I'm very, very sure they'll do well. But unfortunately, alhamdulillah, I personally do not align myself with that use case of Web3, even though I get it. Technically speaking, Ethereum was built from this element. But I personally, just as a whole, gaming is not my thing, so I like to stay away. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.